Welcome to Stormworks, Engineering Meets Combat. In this series, we're diving into the world of shipbuilding, where engineering brilliance meets tactical warfare. Watch as we design, build, and command our cutting-edge fast attack vessel, crafted for speed, power, and precision. From intricate hull designs to advanced weapon systems, get ready to conquer the seas and skies.
In this series, we're going all in, designing and building a custom fast attack vessel from the ground up, starting with the most critical part, the hull. In this series, we're tackling a custom career mode. We've chosen to bypass the tech tree, jumping straight into action with a large starting fund. Why? Simple. It allows us to focus on the real excitement, the design and strategic build of a highly efficient vessel. No waiting around for tech research to complete, it's all about optimizing for performance, resilience, and combat readiness right from the start. Expect a step-by-step breakdown of each system, from hull construction to advanced weaponry, all the way to mission execution. Each episode will delve into the nitty-gritty of shipbuilding in Stormworks, offering detailed insights and reasoning behind each design choice, making sure no detail is overlooked. Today, we're focusing on the hull, the foundation of any ship. Right now, you can see the first blocks being placed, and this is where the magic begins. We're aiming for a hull about 40 to 45 meters in length, about 9 meters in width, and roughly 3 to 4 meters in height, large enough to provide stability and speed, while still being agile in combat. At this point, we're just outlining the outer dimensions of the hull. This gives us a solid foundation to work with and makes it easier to visualize the overall structure of the ship. We're using the built-in grid to easily define our levels. The larger, thicker lines represent one level, and will leave just enough room underneath for essentials like batteries, tanks, and other critical systems. With these dimensions, we can better define the ship's capabilities. The size affects everything, from its speed and maneuverability to the amount of equipment we can fit on board. Why does it matter? Larger dimensions give us more room for critical systems, crew accommodations, and weapons. However, a bigger hull also means we need to carefully consider weight distribution and ensure the ship remains balanced and stable at high speeds. These outer dimensions help us set clear boundaries. We now know what space we're working with, and that helps us make better design decisions as we move forward. We're at this point just placing enough lines so that we can easily see where the bow section needs to meet up with the body of the hull. The hull will be very wedge-like, with a sharp 45-degree front bow, designed to slice through waves with minimal resistance, and a flat bottom will provide essential stability, especially at high speeds during chases or evasive maneuvers. Plus, in Stormworks, a flat bottom is by far the easiest to work with. We're also keeping things simple, no complex shapes for this hull, making it not only quicker to build but also lighter on the game's physics engine. Simplicity is key when you want to spend more time commanding your ship rather than fiddling with hulls that tip over, because nobody wants to see their masterpiece flip upside down mid-battle. We're mostly going to use large 1x4 wedges to define the bow shape. These will give us that sharp, streamlined front end while keeping the build process simple. Let's make some room to start defining the bow. Think of all the lines we have made as scaffolding. We can tear it down and change things quickly as needed. This workflow makes it a lot quicker to adjust things compared to moving large sections of walls around. Flexibility is key in design, allowing us to experiment and refine until we get that perfect shape. We're starting with large 4x4 pyramids for the front. These will help shape the bow and give us that aggressive look we want. Hull and bow building will never get easier than this. It looks awesome, and there's no hassle involved. With these straightforward shapes, we can focus on crafting a sleek, effective design without getting bogged down by complex structures. For the front section, we're moving down to a 2x2 pyramid and finishing it off with a 1x1 pyramid to complete the look. This layered approach not only enhances the aesthetics but also ensures a smooth transition in the bow shape, giving our vessel that sleek profile we're aiming for. For the bottom part, we're transitioning to a 2x4 pyramid and finishing it up with some 1x4 pyramids. We're going to continue layering these until they have a smooth transition, ultimately lining up with the rest of the hull dimensions and design. This method ensures that we achieve both structural integrity and an aesthetically pleasing shape. And again, by moving between the 4x4, 2x4, and 1x4 pyramids, we're ensuring a smooth transition to the flat part of the ship's side. We're keeping just enough detail to maintain a sleek appearance while making sure the ship looks visually appealing and hydrodynamic. Yes, I know hydrodynamics and perfect physics don't really exist in the game, but I like to try to keep the realism. It's the way I enjoy playing Stormworks. I love to play with the game's mechanics, and even if it's not perfect, I'm still going to have fun within its boundaries. Looks good, but the bottom part appears a bit too square. Let's fix that by extending the bow section backwards on the sides. Much better. Now let's finish that front section. Again, we'll use a combination of pyramid shapes to complete it. By layering these different pyramids, we can achieve a refined and sleek-looking bow, ready to slice through the seas with ease. We're mostly just repeating the pattern, using 2x2s to 1x1s, and extending the bottom part with a bunch of 1x4s. This repetition will help us achieve the desired smooth contours and maintain the sleek profile of our bow. Looks about right. Let's complete the look by adding some floor structure and filling in the front part with some simple wedge pieces. Nice. Our bow looks great so far, sleek and fast looking. This design not only emphasizes our ship's agility but also sets the tone for the rest of the build. Next, I think we want to add a raised section to the front. We're going to mount some cannons on the front deck, so I want to increase the height for better visibility and firing angles. This added elevation will not only enhance our tactical capabilities but also give the ship a more formidable profile on the water. We're also going to add some wedge pieces to the top of the bow, just to smooth it out a little. This will create a more streamlined appearance. Continuing on, we're just going to add a bunch of these grid lines. I'll use these to easily space out rooms, bulkheads, and get a better understanding of the space we have to work with. I'll also use these lines to rough out the top deck and superstructure. This way, we can visualize how everything will fit together and make adjustments as needed. I want to plan for a small deck at the back. We don't need a large section, as we won't be carrying too much, just enough room for a few missile turrets and maybe some small ribs or other watercraft. Perhaps we could even consider adding a drone. We'll see how it all fits together. Let's continue with the superstructure. The superstructure is the elevated part of the ship where key operations and controls take place. It houses essential components like the bridge, command center, and sensor systems, providing us with a strategic vantage point. We're also prototyping where our outer stairs will be and generally positioning things to come. This planning will help us visualize how everything fits together, ensuring easy access to different parts of the ship and enhancing the overall functionality. By laying out these key components now, we can make adjustments before finalizing our design. We're adding a few stairs, but not too much detail for now. We still need to move things around, and detailing everything at this stage could make it harder to change things later. The back part of our superstructure will house 2 rear-firing turrets and some air ducts leading to the engine compartments and fuel tanks. We're planning ahead to ensure we have enough room to move ammunition and other supplies. By anticipating the space needed for these operational elements, we can maintain efficient logistics and functionality during missions, allowing for quick reloads and better performance in combat situations. These rear turrets will house either a light autocannon or even a rotary autocannon. We'll see how much space we need later on. Looks good so far. If you like what you see, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We're not done by a long shot, but we're moving quickly, so don't miss out on the exciting progress ahead. We're adding 2 missile turrets to the back, so let's plan ahead and make sure we allocate the necessary space. It's easier to visualize what we're doing now rather than later, helping us see where everything needs to go. By mapping out the turret placements early on, we can create a clearer layout for our build. For now, we're just placing a pivot and making sure it has enough room around it to fit and maneuver a missile rack. Moving to the front, we want to add a large turret ring for our main cannons. Again, we're only placing the ring now to better visualize the space we need and to adjust the ship's layout accordingly. Things to think about. The turret needs to be high enough to easily hit targets in front of it, and it must have enough room to pitch up and down through the waves as well. Moreover, we need to ensure that the turret is stable and can operate effectively in rough seas, allowing for accurate firing while maintaining a clear line of sight. We're going to roughly add a smooth front section for the cannon to rest on, right in front of the bridge. We'll take into account the height needed for the cannons, ensuring they have adequate visibility from the bridge while maintaining a sleek look. We're adding in the windows now, which makes it easier to get a rough idea of the height we have to work with. We're aiming for an aggressive and low-profile look, ensuring that our design is sleek and intimidating on the water. We are, for the most part, going with the 3x3x4 angled windows and pyramids. They are the tallest and provide excellent visibility. It's looking fairly good. We're adding some wedges and other elements to further emphasize the aggressive look. Again, it's all trial and error at this point, and nothing is set in stone. We will iterate as needed to get the design we want. I think this will do for now. We're going to button this up for the time being with a little spoiler or wind section on the back, and then continue with the front cannon placement. I think the cannon sits a little low still, so we're going to integrate it into the front section a bit, lifting it off the deck by a few blocks. This adjustment will enhance its visibility and firing capability, ensuring that we can effectively engage targets while maintaining the sleek aesthetic we're aiming for. Believe it or not, that took a lot longer than expected, but I think it turned out nice. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Thanks for joining this far. If you enjoy this build series, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe for more exciting content. Your feedback is invaluable, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you want to see added or perhaps changed? Next, we'll start by further defining the rooms and key movement pathways throughout the ship. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we'll refine our design and enhance functionality. Until then, keep your engines running and your spirits high. See you next time.